Hello and welcome to FiveJay Gaming. I'm FiveJay and today we're going to look at some essential accessories for your Nintendo Switch. First and foremost being the case. Everybody has a case already, I'm sure, and there's 1,000 videos on cases, but I want to show you a couple of cases that have some key features that I think that you would really need for your Switch. Now, this is the case that I personally use. This is a Butterfox case. And what makes this case a little bit special here are these bad boys. Wait for it, wait for it. This. See these corners? And you can kind of see it on the side there. We got those indents. That is where the shoulder buttons, the ZL and ZR buttons of your Joy-Con fit right in there. So, as your Switch is in this case, it doesn't move around at all. It is solid, and that is why I wanted this case instead of my old one, which did not have these, and my Switch is moving around in there. Of course, other key things, you know, it's got the standard stuff for cords and stuff, games, great. It actually has two of them, which is also very nice, 2 layers of games here, and as you can see, I got a few myself in here. So, I really like this. Again, that's a Butterfox case. Look for this logo. That's if you like to have your Joy-Cons on in the case. If you don't like to have your Joy-Cons on, I have another suggestion for you. This case right here, and the brand is Kanka. K-H-A-N-K-A. And I don't know if you can see that or anything, but this is for if you want to store it without the Joy-Cons on. So it's a little bit thicker, but it's shorter, right, as expected. So, what is different about this one versus other of these types is this foam insert right here. This foam insert, similar to those divots on the Butterfox case, when you fit your Switch in here, it is so snug it doesn't move at all. There's nothing that's going to make it move around in here, so that's great. You know, and if you were really cheap, you could probably just manufacture your own little foam thing, right? That's really the only advantage here, but it's a great one. So, the Kanka case is really great if you want to take off your Joy-Cons and put them up here. So, not quite as many storage pieces here, only 1 layer, but that's fine. I think most of us have a lot of digital stuff too. So, yeah, those are the 2, Butterfox and Kanka. Another essential accessory for your Nintendo Switch is this time for your Pro Controller. So, you probably have a Pro Controller. It's probably your favorite because it's a great controller. But how do you protect your Pro Controller? Wow, right here. Dubby? Dubby? I don't know how to say it, but there it is right there. This is a hard case for your Pro Controller. So, similar deal. There it is. It has a nice foam cutout like that Kanka case for your Switch itself. This one, obviously, just for that Pro Controller. And you can store up here the cable to charge it, which is great. And it doesn't move around at all in here, and I've tried testing it where I shut it and I shake it and I see if it turns anything on in there, and it doesn't. That particular one, up and down, okay, that one did something, but left and right, it does not hit the shoulder buttons while it's in here, which is great. Yeah, no lights, we're good. So, essential, number 2. The third essential accessory for your Nintendo Switch is a grip for your Joy-Cons. However, not just some random colored one or even Nintendo's Power Grip. No, I have a much better one here for you. This is Nyko's Clip Grip Power. So it doesn't look very different, but one of the weird things is inside you can actually put in some game cards and memory cards. Interesting. Not a key feature, but hey, it's in there. The key feature for this particular grip is that it will actually charge your Joy-Cons from the grip itself. It has this little battery button here, and it will charge those Joy-Cons. So before I do that, I just want to show you it lighting up. So you can see it has a charge level. Okay, so you get the 4 lights, and you can charge it through the port up here. Also, it has, this is an external USB, so you could literally charge anything, which we'll get more on that later. So, you plug your Joy-Cons in here. Pardon the clumsiness. And it is actually charging these Joy-Cons while you're playing. So you can continue to play while your Joy-Cons, your dead Joy-Cons, are now charging. Great. Absolutely wonderful. The clip part of this grip is this little thing right here. just attached to the back. It is literally a phone clip that you can put your phone on here. Because as we know, Nintendo has the silly chat thing, you gotta use your phone. Whatever. Maybe you just want to use this because you can use this USB port to charge your phone while you're playing. Now the output is low, so you probably can't charge your Switch on it while the Switch is playing. But you can charge your phone or some other random thing. Maybe a Bluetooth speaker. Doesn't matter. Point is, it's pretty cool. And if you happen to want to attach your phone to it, great. Here's this little clamp that'll go on top. Otherwise, it just clips right onto the back of the grip itself, and it's out of your way. So, I love this. This is definitely my favorite grip, and you should definitely get one of these. Nyko Clip Grip Power. The next essential Nintendo Switch accessory is one that you can put right on your bed. Well, it is this here gooseneck clamp holder, which you can use for your iPad and so forth because it is extendable. But of course, as a Switch owner, you probably want to play everywhere all the time. So this is amazing. Now, these have kind of caught on, so you've probably seen these around, and for great reason. The one thing I want to caution you about is that when you go to move this around, make sure you're not moving it here, up by this base, because the more that this area bends, the more it could actually break. I had two of these. One of them I bent here a lot, way up by where this thing is, and just because I would kind of pull on the end, and that's what happens, it broke. So be careful when you're moving it around. Make sure you grab onto these pieces. Don't let it bend at this point or you're gonna break it. But it is very easy to just get it on the edge of your bed and you clamp it down. It's great. It works anywhere that fits, I don't know, 3 or 4 inches here on this clamp, the way that it opens up. So this is great. You play it in bed, lying down, Joy-Cons at your side. Never a more comfortable way to play your system. Last, and potentially least, is a shell for your Joy-Cons. Now, this one I don't have a specific recommendation on. I just have some tips for you. So, if we take one of these Joy-Cons, obviously it's tiny. They give you inside the box, you know, the little, I don't even remember what they call it anymore because I just don't use them, to give you bigger shoulder buttons and a thicker feel, right? Well, obviously you need that. So, there's many shells out there, and I want to give you a couple of pointers. This one is very portable, and it is comfortable. And the problem it has is these little tiny shoulder buttons. So when I pop this in here, it feels great. It really does. It just, this little frame just opens up and clicks shut. Looks great. Very portable, and it has a great layout there. Feels much better. But they didn't do anything with the shoulder buttons. Very strange. However, if portability isn't your main concern, then maybe you want to go with something more like this. Now, this has some really big grips on it, you know, some handles for you to hold on to. It's very comfortable. And look at the size of those shoulder buttons. Of course, at the end of the day, it's just pushing the shoulder buttons that are already on here. So it's not ideal as far as it doesn't feel like an Xbox or PS4 shoulder button, but it certainly feels a lot better than those little bitty Tic Tacs in there. So this one I feel is where you want to go if you want optimal comfort. A big clunky looking shell that has a really nice grip to it and big shoulder buttons, but doesn't travel nearly as well as this variety. So you got your choice. Do you want something more portable or do you want something that's optimally comfortable? So those are my essential accessories for the Nintendo Switch. Do you have other accessories that you find essential? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks, guys.